Ladies and gentlemen, come here and watch this video. I will make you witness of the miracle of growth. We will see in this video the transformation from an weak and tiny creature as the kid into the muscular and fully functional man. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see proteins. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Live Healthy, Look Good. As promised, finally, I'm not going to talk about steroids anymore for a while. Probably not about steroids, but about the dark side of the fitness industry, at least for a while. So, as promised, today I'm going to talk about proteins. What are these proteins? And by the way, yes, you may have noticed I've just changed my setup and also clothes. I was just pretending, didn't know what to do as an intro, and I thought, okay, let's mock them up a little bit. Not you, of course, the proteins. And so, yes, that's it. So, the role of proteins. First of all, after water, proteins are the bigger component within our body. 43% of our proteins are found in the skeletal muscle, so all the muscles that we use to move. But another significant amount is as well in the blood and in the skin. As I was saying, they make a significant presence. They have a significant presence. In fact, they make about 20% of our total composition. However, unlike fats and carbohydrates, proteins are a very unlikely source of energy for our body because they have a more nobile scope or a more nobile purpose in our organism. In fact, their purpose is mainly building and repairing tissues. Proteins are more versatile than fats and carbohydrates, in fact. So what they do is they do the synthesis of cellular components and DNA. They form the structure of hair, skin, nails, tendons, and ligaments. Then they act as the building block of enzymes. They occasionally also act as hormones. They make up clotting agents in the plasma, in the blood plasma. They activate some vitamins as well, which is very important. I may have forgotten to tell you that for 1 gram of protein, there are 4 kilocalories of energy that we can still use. In fact, they are used as an emergency source of energy for our movements and for our body. What they do also is they produce actin and myosin. What are they? I've never talked about them. I should create sooner or later a playlist about anatomy and physiology. But basically these are 2 proteins in our muscles, and what they do, they are attached to wires that are pulled and pushed and pulled. So when the one is actin and one is myosin, actin is the one that grabs myosin. And what they do, this is the muscle relaxed, and when we contract the muscle, because they just get closer, the muscle swells. They also regulate the pH of the fluids in our body, so the acidity level, and they produce hemoglobin. Okay, so what else can I tell you about proteins? The daily requirement for sedentary individual. The daily requirement for a sedentary individual is about 0.75 grams of proteins per kilo of body weight. We can say an average adult between 19 and 50 years old. A man should take about 60 grams of proteins per day, while a woman 45, 50. But yeah, if you multiply your body weight by 0.75, provided that you don't do any exercise, that's the requirement. But I would also say that if you do exercise, you can still eat that much, and it would be a good source enough. You may want to have just a little bit more, but not necessarily so much more. And what else can I tell you about proteins? Nothing else so far. I would say that in the next video we will see their composition, because there are a lot of people who buy these protein shakes and they think, okay, I take proteins and I will grow muscles. No, you can grow muscles that way if you do nothing, of course, by buying steroids. That would help. But proteins alone, they won't. And there are several type of proteins that you can buy. I will tell you in the next video what they are exactly, so that you will stop buying them. Okay, not necessarily, but yeah, you will know what you may stop buying. Okay. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumb up down there. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe. I'm going to talk about proteins in more details, and then we're going to talk about micronutrients, so vitamins and minerals. Then I'm going to talk about water, and then I'm going to talk about nutrition for performance, which is another important thing, because we're going to explore a little bit more of these supplements that people sell and people buy. What else? I think I'm going to also do some videos in regards to fixing some issues that we have, like some mobility issues or other things like hernias or things like that. So I'm just trying to find out how to show you me doing exercises. That's the biggest struggle of my life at the moment, because I have no room for it, or I'm not happy about the results. So please stay tuned, because I'm getting organized. And what else? Nothing. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Bye.